All right, but let's take things a little bit from the beginning. What has happened in the past to cause Elon to say these things? So, Elon basically has a lot of beef, as you would call it, with Bill Gates. And that's because Bill Gates, since many years ago, at least since 2017, has been heavily shorting Tesla, and that means basically that he has been putting a lot of sell pressure into the stock of Tesla and eventually in the company itself. Back then when Tesla was very close to bankruptcy. So Elon remembers that, and it's time for payback time. I don't know why Bill Gates did that. Maybe because he hates innovation, I don't know. But it was definitely not a good thing. So let's pass to what is happening now and what Elon means by that. So let's discuss now the first order effects. If that is true, if that happens, and if Elon with this new MacroHeart company will be able to simulate Microsoft, the whole software stack of Microsoft, what does it mean? So let's go. First order effects. The whole Microsoft software stack is simulated, and then you can run Windows and the Microsoft Office with a different name in your PC made by AI. How will AI do that? I guess it will basically monitor the whole user interface of Windows, of Microsoft Word, Excel, PowerPoint, every single function, every button, and then it will basically replicate this functionality on new code that it will generate by itself. And this is done very fast already today. AI can generate good level of code, and it's getting improved month by month. What does that mean? Microsoft goes bankrupt, and then a small part of its value is captured by the company that simulated Microsoft, in that case MacroHeart. And why part of the value is captured? That's because they will need to sell these new services with a much lower price so that they can basically beat Microsoft. Now let's go to the second order effects. It's not just Microsoft, it's any pure software company that is going to be simulated or can eventually be simulated. Think companies like all the game production companies, Blizzard and so on. Every game is a software only program. It can be simulated. Then think companies like Palantir, which is based on AI, but it's software only. Palantir has almost 400 billion market cap. And there is also one much bigger company that it's pure software and data only, which is called Google. You probably know this. They make the Chrome browser. They have the Google Cloud services, um, the Google Mail, YouTube. Everything is software. So if you add up all this together and many more companies, like companies that write software for ERP, like SAP, huge companies, Oracle, database companies, they are all disrupted. Okay, so we are talking trillions upon trillions upon trillions, which get disrupted, they get bankrupt, and part of this is passed to the new company that can simulate all these legacy at that time companies. And now let's go to the third order effects, which is the most important one, I would say. If all these companies, and it's not actually an if, it's a when, because I believe it's a matter of time until this happens. Once these all companies are bankrupt, we are talking millions upon millions of unemployed people. Probably even more than 100 million people will be unemployed globally. What do these people do? There is no chance actually that all these people will be able to be absorbed by other companies, because other companies will also use AI and they will cut they will cut in workforce. So there are analysts who estimate that by 2030, 40% of all the white collar jobs are going to be eliminated. I personally believe that this is going to be much higher than 40%. It's going to be more than 60%. And if I put all the math down and all the data, it might be even 70 or 80%, but my mind cannot comprehend that. So that's why I say above 60%. So now we need to think, first of all, what will happen with these people, and secondly, what you can do about it if you are a white collar worker. What seems to be happening is that the governments will need to step up and basically provide a universal basic income. Maybe that is in a form of money, maybe that's in a form of coupons, maybe that is in a form even worse in programmable money like CBDC or a stable coin, which will provide just the basic, like you will be able to have accommodation and you will be able to have your food from the supermarket. But in this scenario, you will need to follow the government's uh, rules, whatever that is, to not do specific things, to do other specific things, to not eat that, eat this thing, maybe who knows what crazy things will happen. And if you don't follow these recommendations or guidelines, maybe you're left out of the universal basic income and basically you're on your own. So now the most important part, what you can do about it, and what is the most interesting part, I believe. You can do two things. So the positive thing is that you can be part of this change indirectly and passively by investing in the right assets that will capture all this value. And this is what exactly I describe in my community, which I have made, and I give specific information on when to invest and on what exactly, which will help you get ahead. And the second positive thing is that because this transfer is going to happen very fast and very suddenly, I believe in the next 5 years is going to happen, maybe even 3 to 5 years is the time horizon that I give based on the rate of progress of artificial intelligence at this point, that you can probably more than 10 times your money and your initial investment in these 5 years. And it could be even up to 20 times. I don't know. It's 10 to 20 times. This is my estimate that I have right now. Um, and the second thing that you can do, which takes a bit more time, is to upskill yourself. If you are a white collar employee and you are working with your laptop as an accountant, as any kind of role in the company, HR, even software developers, um, sales, only out of 10 employees, only two are going to remain, I believe, after the next 5 years. So what you need to do is to upskill yourself and start learning crafts. Those who know crafts, like plumber, electrician, working with wood, um, installing solar panels, all these kind of things will take much, much longer to be replaced compared to the white collar jobs, which will guarantee that you have income for much longer. Another sector that I don't see being disrupted, maybe even forever, is the people who work closely with other people, like coaches, personal trainers. Yes, AI can provide all these recommendations and advices, but the human connection and this kind of feeling that you have when um, you are close to some other human being that understands you, and so on, will never be replaced. So I believe coaches and also creative, like artists and so on, I don't think they're gonna be replaced. Yes, AI can create images and art and so on, but it has a different feeling when it is made from humans. I think this will stay. I might be wrong, but I think this will still be valuable in the future. If you want to start with investing, let me help you.